Okay, well, it's 7 on the dot. We can start now. So, um, so I recall before that you guys wanted to discuss Amir's homework, right?
Yes, please.
Awesome. So, do you want to do that first, and then if we have time left over, we can start looking at this?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Because I was looking at this before, and it looked like it looks like.
Oh wait, are we talking about the Zybook? Because I got that done. I thought we were talking about the code blocks assignment.
Well, yeah, we were gonna do that. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it looks like he moved the due date for this until.
Yeah, because he realized there was like a lot of assignments than usual.
Yeah, there is. That's okay. So we can put this on the back burner. I don't mind. So I'll just put this over here. So so does anybody have Amir's homework assignments? We could, if you have it open, we could share your screen and then I'll quickly take a screenshot.
I have it open right now. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And let me stop my share and then I'll let you. I'll
Okay.
give you permission to share your screen.
Okay.
Okay. Try sharing your screen.
Okay. Let's see. There it is. See it?
Yeah, I see it. So this is due exactly a week from now, huh?
Yes.
Interesting. So it has 2 parts.
It has like 3, I think. Yeah.
3.
There's 3. Part 3's there. Yeah.
Oh. Nawaf Ali says you finished part 1. Well, kudos to you. Good job. Maybe you could help us when we're doing this together.
From what I saw, part 1 seems pretty similar to one of the labs that we did last week.
Yeah.
With the gas thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you get your screenshot?
Not yet.
Okay.
Hold it still just like that.
Yeah.
Let me. One sec. I need.
Unless you just want the PDF, because I could download it and post it in chat.
Oh, you can do that?
I think so.
Okay. That would actually be better.
Okay, let's try this.
Do you think we could use the driving cost lab as a template for part 1?
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so.
Oh, interesting.
You can't share it on the chat?
I can't share it from my local files. I have to upload it like to the cloud and then. Oh, that's interesting. Wait.
Do you want to email it to me?
Oh, yeah, that would work.
Do you need my email?
I think I have it.
Okay, great.
Okay. Unless just posting the link here works. See if that works. If not, I'll email it to you.
Let's try the link first and then. Oh, the link does work. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Works for me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aaron Massey. So, I guess I'll go ahead and share my. Super. Homework. Yeah. Let me put this over here and I'll put the chat over here. Okay. Okay. So Homework 1. You want to decide whether you should drive your car to work or take the train. You know the one-way distance from your home to your place of work and the fuel efficiency of your car in miles per gallon. You also know the one-way price of a train ticket. You assume the cost of gas is $4 per gallon and car maintenance at 5 cents per mile. Write an algorithm to decide which commute is cheaper. Well, it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you the cost of a train ticket, or is that something that you're supposed to see in?
I think it's probably based on user input.
You can assume.
Like you just have the user input it to assign to the variable and then run the code from there.
Oh, so the user is prompted to enter the price of the train ticket.
Probably. That's what I got from that.
Wait.
Is
Or
also
this second thought, you can do something to calculate just the gallon one, and then you can decide on your own which is cheaper.
right. So so I guess the user is prompted to enter the distance from your home to your place of work, and you're also it also prompts you to enter the cost of a train ticket, huh? And then it'll calculate the costs of driving compared to the cost of the train tickets, and then it would tell you which one's cheaper. Is that what we're doing here?
Excuse me? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Oh, I was wondering, when is the
Your mic is very
Zybergs-
low, whoever's speaking.
Yeah, your mic is pretty
Okay.
low. I can hardly hear you.
Yeah, I was wondering, when was the Zybooks #2 due?
I was actually looking at it. It looks like it was the due date was moved to the 11th. So
It shows the
Thursday.
9th. Shows the 9th.
really? Because I
Yeah.
actually went to Zybooks just now.
It shows the 9th on Blackboard.
Oh, it shows it the 9th on Blackboard.
That's just he hasn't updated it. The only thing that matters is the Zybooks itself.
Yeah, because Zybooks tells me that the due date is the 11th.
Yeah, I know he said it was the 11th, but on the Blackboard it says the 9th. But I was gonna ask another question. So when we turn in work, we're doing it on Zybooks, right? But
Yep.
We still have to upload it or to Blackboard or
No, because I can track everyone's grade, everyone's progress on my screen. Well, I'm not gonna show it now because I don't want to show
it says
everyone's.
upload right here.
Huh?
It says upload. It says upload
Oh, for which one?
for all of the weeks on Blackboard. Like upload the work.
I think he just our professor he just not Lawrence, but you don't have to do anything as long as you do Zybooks. I guess it's just showing you the due dates. You don't have to do anything. He'll enter it once you know you do it on Zybook. Yeah, the only thing you enter would be the homeworks.
Yeah, he just entered it as an assignment. There's no actual submission you have to make on that page. You just have to do Zybooks.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like on my side, like I can see everyone's progress. Like a good portion of you already submitted or already did the week 2 material. So yeah, from my understanding, there's nothing to upload. Just do the Zybooks thing. But anyways, looking back at this. Okay.
Wait, do you still have that stoichiometry thing that you did with the cars and the mileage and everything from the last lab?
No, I didn't save it. I can quickly write it again if you want me to.
I think I had the screenshot of it somewhere. Let me see.
I don't know. Do you feel like we need it? It would help. Because I remember you just have to take the number of miles, divide it by the number of miles per gallon, and then multiply that by the cost per gallon. right? Whoever took the screenshot.
Oh yeah, let me find it.
Okay. And if you can't find it, I can quickly recreate it.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how you had it.
Yeah. So yeah, we understand why this is equivalent to this? Because dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. So yeah. So I guess I can put you here and then homework there. Okay. Why is a Discord notification wasn't it? Oh. My Discord's closed. Oh. Okay.
I'd rather not see it, Mom.
All right.
I'd rather not see it.
I can hear someone's mic. Oh well. It's fine. We'll just go ahead.
Apologies, I think that was my mic.
Don't worry about it. So we can go ahead and start. So create a new project. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm not familiar with code blocks. I'd rather
Oh, I think it's a console project.
console application.
Console application, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. We'll choose C++ project title. I guess we'll just call you homework 1. Folder to create.
Oh, he had this call it someone like something very specific. It's like
we can see right
HW1
there.
underscore P1. Yeah, that in the chat.
This thing.
Yeah.
HW1 underscore P1. Like that. I'll just choose all the default settings. What? What happened? All right, that's all. Oh, it crashed. Great. Well, I guess I'll just use Visual Studio. The code is the same. Like,
It does not want you to help us, does it?
no, don't worry. I'll do what I'm familiar with.
I don't know why he's not letting us use Visual Studio.
Well, honestly, the IDE you choose is not. It shouldn't be relevant. Like,
He said we can use any. It's just that preferably he's gonna be working on this, so just being different will just be in case there's ever any issues, he won't be able to help you that well.
Well, okay. Well, you guys can code on code blocks, and just look at my code on Visual Studio. Is that okay?
Oh, I didn't know we could actually use Visual Studio.
No, I'm not sure if you
Oh.
can. It's just that I'm doing that because code blocks is not. You're all my witness. Like, code blocks is not cooperating with me. I hope that's not a problem. But you've seen it. It decided to close itself. All right. Underscore what? P1. Oh, someone in the chat said I had that issue. Okay. Well, if Professor Amir says use code blocks, just use code blocks. I'm not. I'm just. What is this? All right. Well, if Professor Amir says use code blocks, then just use code blocks. I'm not trying to commandeer his class, you know. But I'll put you over here. Okay. So part 1, you want to decide whether you should drive your car. Okay. All right. So it seems to me like we're gonna start off putting our normal C++ jargon. So include iostream using namespace standard int name return. Now, so does everyone have their own IDE open at the same time? You're all using code blocks?
Yes.
Okay, super. Okay. Well, the IDE we choose makes next to no difference. So, all right. So I think the user is being prompted to enter the cost of the ticket, the distance to work, as well as the miles per gallon of our car, right? And to make sure that no information is being lost, we should set all of them to being doubles, right? Because we had a discussion in a previous session about the difference between integer division and double division. So the very first thing we're going to do is declare those variables. So the first double, I guess it's going to be the cost of the train ticket. What do you want to call this variable?
Train ticket?
Sure. Train ticket cost, maybe.
Train fare?
Okay. Train fare. Okay. And then the next variable, double. This one's going to be our the distance from home to work. What do we want to call this variable?
Distance?
Distance. Okay. And lastly, double the miles per gallon of a car. I think we'll just put miles per gallon, right? And we actually have one more variable, and that's the cost per gallon of gas, like double cost per gallon but it's actually already stipulated in the assignment. If you can see here in the part I highlighted, the cost of gas is $4 per gallon.
Should we initialize it as a constant variable then?
You could if you want, but you don't have to. It'll just be the same as long as we don't change the value of cost per gallon anywhere in the program. You know, so I'm just gonna set this equal to 4.
Oh, wait up though. It says that the car maintenance is 5 cents per mile. So we
Oh
should
yeah.
do that
Oh well. Yeah.
because that's technically the overall cost. Of, like, I don't know, per mile.
Oh, I see. I see. So this should be done in calculation. So actually, I'm gonna remove this, and then we'll figure out what this is in calculation. How's that? So
So should we call that variable the maintenance cost depreciation, like depreciation of the vehicle?
are you saying change this? And
No, I was thinking like adding another variable.
oh, we don't have to. We could have it all be one calculation.
No, because it says and, because that means it's additional one. Or unless you're gonna add that thing. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah. Let's just call it cost of driving, and then I'll put a comment here saying gas cost plus maintenance expense. Like this. So far so good. So all right, so we got our variables. What are we gonna make the program do next?
I would think that we would have to do next is the CNs of the variables we don't know.
Exactly. So let's say C out and prompt the user to enter them one by one. So I guess because we listed train fare first, I guess we'll just ask that first. Enter the cost of a train ticket. And then I'll say C in train fare, right? Okay, so that's the first thing we prompted the user to enter. What's next?
So just to be clear, double is another way to put int, like int, or to establish your variable.
Well, the difference between a double and an int is that an int is a whole number. 0, 1, 2, 3. Doubles can be decimals. So 1.5 or 1.3333 or 1.999.
Would we use a float here in any of it?
You could use a float, but I don't think it'd make any difference in this particular homework assignments, because correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the difference between a double and a float is that a float can be any number between negative 16,000 to positive 16,000, and a double can be any number between negative some really crazy low number like 2 to the 64 to positive 2 to the 64.
Yeah,
Oh,
double
yeah.
just has like double the amount of bits that a float does. Yeah.
Oh, is that what the difference is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it shouldn't matter if you choose float or double. They're both.
Yeah. I mean, I think people used to use float.
Yeah, people
But-
used to use floats because back a couple decades ago, computer scientists cared a lot about how much memory they're using for a variable because at the time, the amount of space on the computer is not that much. So we have to be conservative about it. But now we have so much space, we have so much RAM in our computers that we don't care about the excess bits that we're using for storing variables. We can use doubles. That's fine. Does that answer your question? Whoever asked.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, but we'll stick with doubles if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just wondering.
Okay. Good question though. So the next thing we need to prompt the user to enter is the distance, right? So let's see out another thing. Enter the distance between home and work. I think that's good, right? And then cin distance. Okay. And then the third thing we have to prompt the user to enter is the miles per gallon of their car, right? So how do you want to word this?
Don't we already have the miles per gallon?
It looks to me like you have to enter it yourself.
But that was under the cost of driving. You assume the cost of gas per gallon, which is miles. Oh wait, no. Yeah, you're right. Miles per gallon.
Yeah, we know the cost of a gallon of gas, but we don't know the miles per gallon of a car. Looks like the user has to enter it. So in other words, we know we're given this value, it's 4, right? But we don't know this value. We have to enter it. Does that make sense? So Nawaf Ali says, I don't really think that cin is needed because the homework is about you computing, outputting, and deciding which is cheaper. Well, I'm just going based on what I understand from the instructions. Okay. Next, enter the miles per gallon of your car. And then cin miles per gallon. So, okay, this is a good start. We're not doing any calculations yet. All we did was declare some variables to store our information, right? If we ran this, it shouldn't do anything except for accept everything. So enter the cost of the train ticket. I'll just put whatever number, right? Enter distance between home or work.
For some reason, mine just displays hello world, even though I have no hello world.
Oh, if you're still using the quad plus, you have to do the build and run. Don't just press run. Right next to the little green arrow that you pressed to the right of it, it should say build and run.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Wait, excuse me?
Yeah.
Can you go
Yes.
to line 13 of the code?
Is that better? Can you see it now? Whoever asked.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, great. Okay, so as of now, this program doesn't do anything yet. The only thing it's doing right now is taking the values that we put in and saving it to memory. So when I enter the cost of the train ticket on the console, if I put $20, like 20, actually, let me step again. It'll save the value 20 into the variable train fare. I don't know how well you can see it, but in this window called autos, you see the value 20 saved in the train fare, right? And then I'll step again. If I enter the distance as 200, you can see that distance has been changed to 200, right? So that's how we're saving our memory in.
Okay, I fixed it. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. I'll stop debugging right now. I think you guys get it. But now we can start thinking about how we're going to do the calculations. So we're going to have, we need to calculate, at this point in the code, train fare has a value, distance has a value, miles per gallon will have a value. Now we need to calculate cost of driving, right? So the cost of driving, that's going to be cost. So I think we're going to take the distance, right? Divide that by the number of miles per gallon, and then multiply that by the number of dollars per gallon. And in a separate section, we also add the maintenance cost, which is going to be 5 cents per mile, right? Agreed? So,
Agreed.
okay, awesome. So, we're going to take distance divide that by miles per gallon. Yeah. And then multiply that by the number of dollars per gallon, which we already know is 4, right? Okay. So this by itself already calculates the cost of the gas, right? But what it doesn't calculate is the maintenance cost, which is 5 cents per mile. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put all of this in parentheses and add a plus there. And then whatever I add in this plus, everything that's in this parentheses will get calculated first. And then we're going to add whatever value comes next, right? Because we understand order of operations, right? So
Yeah.
okay, perfect. So the 5 cents per mile. So inside of another parentheses, I guess we're going to take the distance, right? And multiply that by 0.05. That'll do it, right? Like, so I guess if I want to, I can put a comment up top and say, this is the cost of gas, and this is the cost of maintenance. So this value and this value will be calculated separately because they're both in parentheses. And then we'll just add them together, and that'll be our cost of driving. Okay. So super. So now, when we reach line 20 in the code, we would have had, we will have the train fare and the cost of driving. What we got to do now is tell the user which one's cheaper. So it looks to me like we're going to need to implement some kind of decision making, right? Now, have you ever, I'm not sure where you are in Amir's class right now. Did he talk about any week 3 material? If statements?
Like, I think he got through like the first.
Mm.
He
So-
just touched on if statements today.
He covered if statements today.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know about if, then, and else, right?
Yeah, I know it from Python.
You know it from Python? Okay, that's good. Great.
I had a question about your cost of driving thing.
Yeah.
Like the line 20. Yeah.
Mhm.
So when it runs the computation, is it going to run the division first and then multiply the whole thing by 4, or is it going to multiply 4 in the denominator before?
It's gonna divide first, then multiply by 4 because
Okay.
since in order of operations, since multiply and divide have same priority, you would just go from left to right. So because this divide happens is seen first, it happens first, then the multiply.
Okay.
But that shouldn't change the answer. If we multiply or divide first, it should give the same answer. Right. So so we're going to need a if statement here, right? So I'm going to use the keyword if. And in parentheses, I'm going to have some kind of clause that can be interpreted as true or false. Okay. So if I want this to be the situation where train fare is higher than driving cost, right? So if train fare is higher than cost of driving, I'm gonna have some statements here, right? But following these squiggly brackets, I'm gonna have an else, right? Now, whatever lines of code that I put inside these brackets, the code in here will only execute if this is true. However, if it's not true, the code in here will not execute, and the code in here will execute instead. That's how if else statements work. I take it, Amir, that already ran that by you.
Yeah.
You did? Okay, great. So there's actually no need to put another clause here because it's already covered by the inverse of this thing, but I'll put a comment here anyways. This will happen if cost of driving is greater than train fare. Like that. So if the train fare is greater than the cost of driving, what are we going to say?
It is cheaper to drive to work.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with what you said. It is cheaper to drive to work. And then I guess I'll put an end line there, why not? But you know what? What else I want to do? I kind of want to see what these values are, just in case. Right. So I guess
The assignment wants us to print out both of the costs, this like regardless of which one's more or less.
I'm sorry. Hold
It
on.
wants us to print out the cost of the train fare and the cost to drive.
Oh, it wants us
Yeah.
to see out it.
Yeah, it wants to see out it.
Okay, we'll do that. See out. And I guess I'll put train fare. Train fare. And mine. Oh, but this needs to match that. And then over here, I guess I'll say see out. Cost of driving. And I'll say cost of driving. Like that. Just so we can see what they look like, right? And then we'll finish it off by saying it's cheaper to drive to work. But if it's the other way around, yeah, we can still see out these two variables, just so we can see it. But instead of saying it's cheaper to drive to work, we're gonna say see out what?
It is cheaper to take the train.
There you go. It is cheaper to take the train. Okay, perfect. Now, this program, well, let me save my work right now. This program would work fine as it is, but before I actually do run it, there's actually one thing that I'd like to add to this before we actually try it out. Do you remember in the last class we were talking about set precision 2? I'm gonna go ahead and add that because since we're talking about costs here, like costs with money, we should set precision to 2 decimal points so we can see dollars and cents. Does that sound like a good idea?
Oh, I think the assignment wants us to do that.
The assignment wants you to do that too?
Yeah.
Okay. I actually remember the name of the library. It's IOManip, right? Include IOManip. And then very first line before anything, let's say cout fixed set two. Okay, so yeah. How do you feel about this? Are we confident it'll work?
Yeah, a lot more confident.
Yeah. Well, there's only one way to find out, right?
I'm confident it'll work, but I'm just not sure if it's the right computation.
Okay. We'll find out. I'm gonna put the debug console here. So the cost of a train ticket, what do we want to put? That's a good number.
$6.
That's a pretty cheap train ticket. All right.
Yeah, we're going down the street.
Student discount.
Okay. So the distance between work and home. Let's just put 10 miles. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
Miles per gallon of your car. Does anybody know the miles per gallon of your car?
MPG or highway?
It don't matter.
27.
27. Okay, well we'll put 27. All right. So the train fare is $6, and the cost of driving is $1.98. So it's cheaper to drive to work. Okay. So 6 compared to 198. That looks good. Now, one thing we could do to make this program look a little nicer, I guess, is to I'm gonna close this debug console. Let's do what Nawaf Ali says and put $signs in front of here and here, because I think that's a good idea.
Expected initializer before CU out.
Oh, is that your error?
Yeah. When
Okay.
I put the cal fix set precision.
Okay. We'll help you in a moment. For now, I want to make sure that this else statement works if the train fare is less than the cost of driving. So just let's run this again. Don't worry, we'll get to your error in a moment. So the cost of a train ticket, we'll say $6 again. Why not? The distance between work and home, to make sure that it's greater this time, let's put 1,000 miles. Okay. And then miles per gallon of car, we'll just put 27 again. All right, so here's the difference this time. Train fare is $6. The cost of driving is almost $200, so it's cheaper to take the train. Okay, so that's great. So we know that this if statement works now, right? So yeah, this looks solid. It's a good homework assignment. So Miss Valerie Mora, we if you want, we can look at your error now. Would you like to share your screen?
Okay, first I'm gonna do something what sorry, I'm gonna pronounce Ali sent me, and then let's see if that works. So this way we could get a roll.
Ali sent you something to help you.
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I don't respond because it usually has a press hold to unmute your mic, and sometimes it doesn't.
Oh, Ali is saying in the chat that he guesses that you forgot to include IO in it.
I added it.
You added it.
Let me try it now.
Okay, I'm gonna stop my share, and then we can share your screen, Miss Mora.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, I did it, and it's just not working. Let me just share it real fast.
Okay. Yeah, like this is the advantage of us working together. We can help each other see our mistakes, right?
All right.
Okay. All right, let me put my thing on my second button. Perfect. Okay. Oh, you see, I see where you did wrong in line 6. Your C out fixed set precision. It's outside of the squiggly brackets. It needs to be inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's change that, and then it should probably work.
Yeah, let me just. Nice. Okay, because I thought.
Yeah, that looks.
So do I put another?
It looks like to me.
Like that, like a squiggly bracket around that, or no?
No, because the squiggly bracket starts your int main function.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so I'll just build and run.
Oh, actually, do you have? Okay. Is it still an error?
It just said second. Hold on. Oh, wait, I'm gonna try again.
Okay. Like I'm looking at it now. It looks to me like you're missing a squiggly bracket. Well, it's hard to tell because
Yeah.
could you is there any way you could zoom out?
Yeah, I just did way too much. Okay, like this.
Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. I can see the ending squiggly bracket on the bottom, so it's not
Okay.
that. Hmm.
Okay, process term. Why is it?
Let's scroll down and see what your error is.
Okay.
There's an errors window on the bottom.
This process terminated with status.
Hmm.
Was I supposed to run it first?
No.
Try something.
Part of your log window is cut off for us. Could you drag it up?
Yeah. Like this?
No, I need to see the okay. Can I share my screen for a second?
Yeah.
So so in Visual Studio, if I did something wrong, like if I did that, right? And if I ran it, of course, line 16 is my error, right? There's an error list on the bottom that I can drag up, and I can see what's wrong. So I'm just saying drag this portion up so we can see it, so we can read what error that you have. So I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. Stop share. Hold on. Some people are talking in the chat. Maybe they have a solution. But yeah, Valerie, why don't you share your screen again? And we can.
I think this time I'll try to share my whole screen in the specific, because I think that'll help more. Like this.
Hmm.
Is it because I directly put in the squiggly bracket?
No, that shouldn't make a difference.
I thought it would because it's directly in it because that's what shows what's between the main and your starting code. And it would interrupt the process because
No, I don't think that would make a difference, but go ahead and fix it anyways, because yeah,
Okay.
online hit tab.
Yeah.
There you go. But I don't think that'll make a difference. Try running it again.
Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see your debug console.
Okay.
Process turn 00.
It didn't.
Okay, go ahead and stop.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that the reason why we didn't see anything after that is because the train fare ended up being less than the cost of driving. So the code on lines 22 to 27 didn't execute. And your else doesn't contain anything else, so it just stopped.
Okay.
So why don't you put those lines of code that we put inside of the else bracket?
Okay, I didn't get to see that actually.
Oh, you need to see it still?
Yeah. Let me just stop my share.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and share my screen again too. There we go. Well, let me fix this error that I intentionally put in.
Oh, I see what I think I did wrong. Oh yeah, I forgot it else. Okay.
Yeah, you forgot to put this stuff, right? Yeah, that's the reason why you weren't seeing anything, because since this statement ended up being false, this line of code didn't execute. And because you had nothing in here, you saw nothing else. That's probably what happened, right?
Okay, so that should be.
If you think you fix it, we can look at your screen again.
Okay.
Side note, she should take the cost of the things from the if. She should take out the cost of the things from the if else brackets. Yeah, we could do it what you said, how you say it, Jose Garcia, and put them outside the if else statements, but it wouldn't make a difference, to be honest. But yeah, at this point, it makes no difference. But Valerie, did we fix her problem? Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was unmuted. The debug console should be on screen.
Oh, let me stop my share and we can share your screen again.
Okay.
Yep, that looks like it works.
Okay, then we're good then.
Awesome. So
I just realized one fun thing.
yeah,
What if they're the same price?
whether this is the same price.
Yeah, what if they're the same cost? Our computer program doesn't cover that.
Yeah, I'll let me share my screen again and then we can talk about that. So if they end up being the same price, well, it won't matter in this if else statement because it will only check if it's greater than or less. So
yeah, that's true.
If they were equal to each other, like if train fare was 10 and cost of driving was 10, is 10 greater than 10? No, 10 is not greater than 10, right? So this would interpret to be false. It'll not do this code, and then I'll jump to this code. And then I'll say train fare 10, cost of driving 10. It's cheaper to take the train, even though they're equal cost. But that's okay. Like we don't need to stipulate for that.
Yeah, true. I just wanted to make sure, like, if the game, the program would stop running. But I realized, yeah, it still worked.
Yeah. Okay, so I realize that we've went over time, and I know you guys got things to do, but hold on. Let me read the chat first. Okay. Where's the chat? Oh. Okay, great. So let me put this over here. This over here, and then actually, this is fine. But I know that we've went over time by like 10 minutes, but here's the thing. I don't need to be anywhere, so I can stay longer if you guys want. But those that do need to leave, you're free to leave. But we can, if you, let me start with this. How many people are willing to stay longer for help for the other?
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
I want to stay a bit longer for this one. I just have a few questions.
You just have a few questions with this one or one of the other ones?
Just this one, just because it says like the commute part. I wasn't, and it keeps specifying specifically it's the one-way thing. I wasn't sure if we're supposed to double everything when we actually calculate the totals.
That's a good question.
And it doesn't specify enough, and I wasn't sure. So I've been for the output, I've just put ×2.
That's a good question. I think that's a question for Amir because I didn't write this because I don't know what he expects.
Yeah, I bet I should really. I'll mail him tonight, and
Yeah, but that's a good question because if we are doubling train price, that would change. We would have to change this program a little bit.
all we do is just ×2 the output part. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So we wouldn't need to change the code at all. Everything else worked fine. That's what I did.
Okay.
Technically, it's the one-way trip, and then we just ×2 it because the way back.
Right. Okay. So if there's no more questions in regards to this one, would you guys like to look at the next problem?
Yeah.
Now, how many parts does this have? 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, I'll just close this, and then let's make a new project. Now I trust you still using code blocks, right?
Yeah.
All right. Jose Garcia says, I have another class homework to work on. Have a good night. Okay, I'll see you.
Do you know, I mean, can we use a different one, or should we probably stick with what he told us to use?
You should probably stick with what he told you to use.
Okay, because I'm used to the one you're using. That's what I used before.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask him. Oh, we can use whatever he said. Oh, okay.
You're going to, all right. See you. All right. Hold on, I'm curious. How many people are still here? Okay. All right, well, this is mostly for you guys. Homework 1, P2. Okay. So, no, I don't want, okay, I'm just gonna say this. I don't want anyone to tell Professor Amir that I'm doing your homework for you guys, because that's not the case. We're just helping each other, right? But if I'm really gonna help you guys, I think what we're gonna do, how about instead of me typing the code, how about one of the students share their screen, and they can lead. I think that's a good idea, right?
Yeah. I kind of wish we could I guess work it on a class like we did previously in my Python classes.
Yes, helping each other. So, would anyone like to share their screen? I mean, this part 2, I've already read it, and it already looks easy. Oh, Slayman Toki, do you want to share your screen? Because I see you in the chat. You said, I'll try. Okay, I'll stop my share. And then try sharing your screen. All right, perfect. Awesome. So let's, yeah. Do you see in the very top, do you see the plus and minus signs on your little, I guess that works too. But I was gonna say you should click the minus signs. Yeah, those. There you go. All right. So part 2 says write a program that reads an integer and breaks it into a sequence of individual digits. For example, the input 16348 is displayed as 1 space 6 space 3 space 4 space 8. You may assume that input has no more than 5 digits and is not negative. I see. So in order to do this, we actually need Has Professor Amir covered for loops yet?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, because this is what I had in mind. The idea that I had in mind was that we take the integer, convert it to a string, and then we have a for loop that iterates as many times as depending on how long the string is. And then we simply see out that character space with each iteration. But you haven't learned for loops yet, huh?
I was thinking you just use divide in mod 10.
Divide mod 10. Mod 10.
Yes, in some combination.
That could work, yeah. But yeah. So yeah, we that was just the idea that I had in mind, right? Maybe you don't need a for loop to do this one. I'm just thinking about how this would work.
So
Like,
are we ahead of schedule?
huh?
Are we ahead of schedule because we haven't learned this yet?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Are we ahead of schedule? Because I don't believe we learned this yet.
That's a good question. Well, it's just that I'm just I wouldn't say we're ahead of schedule, no. It's just, well, one of you said before that today you learned if else statements, right? And you didn't
Yeah,
learn
just
anything
very
beyond
likely.
that. And you didn't learn iterations or loops.
He was like the placement of each number, like how this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that's pretty much it. He just went lightly into it, not too heavy.
When would you learn for loops? This would, yeah, you wouldn't learn loops until the 4th week, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. At this point in time, I don't want to I don't want to go into material that you guys haven't gone over yet. But at the same time, I also don't want to say, let's put this off until Thursday, because Thursday we have to work on the labs. Oh wait, we don't have to, because he moved the due dates for, that's right. He
We could
moved
do
the,
on that Thursday.
right. So we actually would have time Thursday if we wanted to push it to Thursday.
Part 2 also says it's going to be no more than 5 digits long. So
yeah, no more than 5 digits. Yeah.
So you just need to do it like 5 times, and then
Well, I actually have a way in mind that doesn't involve a for loop, but the way I have in mind is more complicated. So if you wanted to do something like this without for loops, the method that I was thinking of is just use integer division to divide it by 10,000. And then whatever's in the decimal will get lopped off because it's integer division. And then whatever's left. And if that value is 0, we will not output anything. But if it's not 0, we will output the dividend with a space. And
Yeah,
then
but
whatever's left, we will integer divide by 1,000. If it's not 0, no, that won't work.
yeah, I see where you're going with it, but isn't that a super long way to do it?
Yeah, that is a long way to do it.
Like insanely long.
Yeah, it's a way more complicated method of doing something than the other way of doing something. Because the simple way to do this is using a for loop. I will just throw that out there. But you haven't gone over that yet.
So we wait till Thursday.
Yeah.
All right,
But
it's
you know,
cool.
you guys offered to stay here a little longer. You guys want to look at part 3 instead of part 2? Do you guys want to do that? It's
I'm
totally
cool.
up to you guys.
I'm okay with it if you guys want to.
Yeah.
If you need to go, then feel free to go, right? I know we're way over time. Plus, I'll be putting this recording on Blackboard anyways. So
I mean, are you okay with staying?
yeah, I'm okay with staying. I don't have anywhere to be. Well, actually, let's read part 3 and see if there's nothing in here that requires material from further sections. If you could, yeah, right there. Perfect. The following pseudocode describes how to extract the dollars and cents from a price given as a floating point value. For example, a price of 2.95 yields 2 and 95 for dollars and cents. So the pseudocode is assign the price of an integer variable to dollars, multiply the difference, dollars by 100 and add 0.5. Multiply I'm a little confused there. So it says multiply the dollars by 100 and add 0.5. Assign the result to an integer variable cents.
I believe you have to do it on hand first, no?
I'm a little bit confused. Translate the pseudocode to a C++ program. Read a price and print dollars and cents. Does it want us to output the words 2 and 95?
That's what it seems like. I mean, usually when I don't understand it, I just copy it and paste it in Google.
I don't know where to start with this part on homework because I'm not quite sure what the instructions is asking for.
Yeah.
So assign the price to an integer variable dollars. So we're gonna make an integer variable called dollars and put 2.95 to it. Is that what it's? Oh, don't type anything in. I'm just trying to.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to understand the instructions right now. Yeah. Multiply the difference price dollars by 100 and add 0.5. Assign the result to an integer variable sense.
Is it asking us to see how many dollars like total is in here and then how many cents?
Well, it makes sense because it would make sense to have the cents be multiplied by 100, but it doesn't say cents by 100. It says dollars by 100. Did he mean to say cents?
But then add 0.5.
Yeah, and then that add 0.5 is confusing because I'm not sure what he means by that.
I
Add
think
0.5 to what?
you multiply. I think you added to the 0.5. Like after you multiply that, you would put like a parentheses plus 0.5. How we added the 0.5 cents from last time.
Hmm. Yeah. I have an idea, guys. Just Mr. Slayman Toki, how about you email that to me? And then
This whole document?
Yeah, the whole document, and then we can look at it again on when we meet again Thursday.
Yeah, of course.
That sounds like a good idea to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want, we can just just send it there. That'd be great. Perfect. And then I will try to. We can continue working together on our next meeting. So quick question: Is Amir totally cool with me helping you guys with your homework?
I actually don't know.
You actually don't know.
He just teaches us a lecture, and that's pretty much it.
Hmm.
I mean, sounds like he wouldn't mind.
What he does is no, it won't hurt him.
But you know, we don't want to get in trouble or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me neither. Like
I mean, if I'm speaking, I personally would have been behind if it wasn't for you.
yeah, because this is due a week from now, right?
Yeah, and plus this one, I still haven't completed some of them.
Right.
But yeah,
well, this homework would be easier if I feel like it'd be easier if you completed those first, right?
I'll get them done as soon as possible.
Okay, that's good.
You think it would be make it easy on me if I cross-reference my Python programs I wrote for my Python projects?
That should be fine. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, would it make it like more easier to understand?
Yeah, it would make it easier to understand, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you have code from another programming language, it's not like it's helping you complete your homework.
Well, yeah.
Just a reference.
I'm not obviously using the Python code because this isn't Python.
Right, exactly.
How come we don't use Python?
Well, I don't know. I think it's whatever programming language you choose. I think it's just a matter of preference.
Yeah.
Slayman Toki says C++ is the key to every language. Well, that's not necessarily true. Like C++, like I think it's a good starting language. But I will tell you now that C++ is kind of it's something of a standard when it comes to the industry. Like a lot of places use C++, but a lot of places use Python too. So
Yeah, Python is mostly used for machine learning, and C++ is mostly used for things need to be executed fast.
right, that's where it slipped. That's funny, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna make any more progress today when it comes to the homework. But
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. We can look at it and then we can talk about it on our next.
Sorry, I finished homework 3 right now. The pseudocode makes it confusing, but
You finished
yeah.
problem 3 on the homework. Is that what you meant?
Yeah. I don't think you're supposed to add 0.5. Yeah. Okay, I didn't add it in. Mine works fine.
Okay. Well, I think what I'm gonna do for now is I'm just gonna wrap up this meeting. Is that cool with you guys? And I'm going to if it's cool with you guys, I'm going to email Amir and let him know that I'm helping you guys on the homework, and I'm gonna ask him what he means particular problems.
Hopefully you don't get in trouble for that, because that would be really a shame.
No, I don't think I'd get in trouble.
Nah, you're not gonna get in trouble.
Like if anyone thinks that I'm doing anything like that shouldn't be done, well, I recorded everything. You can tell me what I did wrong, like, and of course, you guys got my back, right?
100%, bro. Gotcha.
I'm not giving you code. We are working on it together. We are discussing, right?
It's not like you just here's the code, goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like we are discussing, we are coming up with ideas. I'm letting you guys share your screens, and I'm guiding you in the right direction, right?
And you are our lab instructor, so you're like our second, instructor, and you're still teaching us things. You're not just going, well, this, and this.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a instructor too, right?
I mean, everybody has their own different way of teaching.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll just wrap this up. This video will be on Blackboard soon, and then I'll email Professor Amir. I'll let him know that I'm helping you guys on the homework, and I'm gonna ask him what he means in certain problems. So, are we good to go?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming, guys. I'll
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Professor.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You're welcome. We'll see each other again Thursday.